To improve your knowledge of the markets, focus on three things: opening bell, closing bell, and the bell icon.
Hi all, for the second straight day we had a gap up opening in our market, tracking to positive cues from the global peers. Unlike previous session, today the bulls looked more confident and they were clearly reluctant to give up their early morning lead. If we look at the overall structure, we have managed to surpass the sturdy wall of 12,150, 170 on a closing basis now. In the opening itself, Nifty managed to surpass 12,200 mark, which has been acting as a strong resistance of late. Yes, during the first half, we saw a few handful of stocks, heavyweight counters were driving the market higher, and mid-cap space was clearly on the back foot. But the balancing act was seen in the latter half, where we saw benchmark consolidating in a range, but most of the stocks from the mid and small cap universe was clearly buzzing, and there was a strong bout of buying in seen in most of the stocks from the broader universe. So that kept buzzing throughout the latter half, and eventually Nifty managed to close tad above the 12,200 mark, which has been acting as a sturdy wall since last few days. Now, technically speaking, we are above that important intermediate hurdle of 12,150, 170 convincingly now. So going ahead, we would expect that previous resistance to now act as a strong support, and from here on, the northward trajectory is likely to continue. So if we have to see any particular level in the upward direction, next levels to watch out for would be around 12,250, 12,300. So on the lower side, 12,150 followed by 170 is likely to act as a strong support. Any minor dip is likely to get bought into. One should avoid any kind of taking contra bets against the major direction, and this is clearly what we have been advocating since last few days. So one should continue with the buy and decline strategy, and be with the stocks which are trading at their important support levels or were willing to give the strong breakout from their important hurdles. As far as Bank Nifty is concerned, Bank Nifty underperformed a bit, but overall if you see, Bank Nifty has also managed to surpass this hurdle of 31,300, 31,400 on a closing basis. So from here on, we expect this upward trajectory for Bank Nifty also to continue. Few marquee names within the banking index like ICICI Bank did well, which is trading almost at its all-time high. Axis Bank did well, and Kotak Bank, which was buzzing throughout the day. So all those three counters, heavyweight counters from the banking space are likely to drive this rally higher. Tomorrow being the weekly expiry day, there would be a few strike prices that needs to be watched carefully. For Nifty, 12,200, 12,250 and 12,300. These are the strike prices to be watched for. And for Bank Nifty, the range would be 31,300 to 31,600. Thank you.
Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.